Tami Speakman wants to try and get a message from boys, Mitch and Josh. I don't know who or which one we could do. Let's try Mitch and just see if there's a message from Mitch, which there probably no doubt will be, and we'll ask Mitch to help us manipulate these cards so his spirit can place them in the order that will give a message. The message is given because each card has a pre-written message on it, and by shuffling the cards, of course, each message will be shuffled in such a way, or phrase, or whatever you want to call it there. That's just, we just ask, Spirit of Mitch, we ask for your presence. Commune with us, Mitch, through these cards and move among us. Spirit of Mitch, we ask for your presence. Commune with us, Mitch, through these cards and move among us. Spirit of Mitch, we ask for your presence. Spirit of Mitch, commune with us through these cards and move among us. Blessed be to Mitch and all absent friends. And maybe Josh is there as well, I don't know. It just depends what's said, I suppose, to some degree. Unless we shuffle them again for Josh, I don't know. Let's just see. Oh God, let's see what we're doing. What we're doing now. Let's just have a gander or a look and see what's going on. We just get to. Well, I normally deal out 3 cards normally. So let's just see what the first card has to say on it. See if this maybe may ring a bell, as you would say, in that sense with you there. I think it's mother and sons, isn't it? I think. Let's just see what's going on here. So just flip that card and just see what it says on it there. And it just says, I watch over you every day. I don't know, Mitch there, that's okay, isn't it? I watch over you every day. Probably you feel his presence or something like that, maybe, that sort of passes a hint, hello, I'm here, sort of thing, and gives that vibration off. But he's just saying, I watch over you every day here there, Mum. And also, I just want you to know that my death was painless. Please don't worry or hold on to guilt. He's using the card that says that. So, of course, I suppose, although if there was pain in life or before death, of course, the moment of death was painless. So don't worry or hold on to guilt. Don't blame yourself, Mum. That's what he's saying. I don't know what this is about. Why I've just trapped. I'm not going to say I had a tragic accident go through my head then, because it could be anything. Could be illness or anything. It could be bloody anything, couldn't it? Really. I want to just see what the next card is here. Just says, I've become one of your guides. So there you go. I watch over you every day. I've become one of your guides, Mum. But either way, my death was painless. Don't worry, hold on to guilt. Don't go blaming yourself. I'm okay. So that's maybe, of course, when they, like I say, when they say that my death was painless, you just really, I think it's saying the point of death. At the time of death, it was painless. At the time of my transition. I'd probably write these cards a bit better, but I'm not the author of them. Now we're going to gather those cards together, and I'm going to now, what we're going to do, we're going to have a word with Josh and see if he's got anything to say. Well, I clear these cards with Josh and with Mitch present. We ask now, Spirit of Josh, we ask for your presence, that you communicate with us through these cards and move among us. Spirit of Josh, we ask for your presence. Commune with us, Josh, through these cards and move among us. Spirit of Josh, we ask for your presence. Commune with us, Josh, through these cards and move among us. Got a message from Mum there. Just let's see. Blessed be to Josh and all absent friends. Now, of course, no doubt Mitch is still there, aren't you, Mitch? And welcome to you, Josh. We'll just move Josh's card. It's Josh's turn now, isn't it, Josh? You'll go now, as you'd say. Let's see what he's got to say for himself then. What have you got to say? Let's just pull out this card. He's manipulated the cards. We haven't manipulated them. The cards have manipulated themselves. Josh has manipulated them for us, and he's given us this message. He just wants to say to you that he's just saying there's no such thing as time where I am. Time is only on the earth. And notice like a rose in a sort of hourglass type thing there. So maybe the rose is in there, of course, for love or for whatever, but nevertheless, it's in there because there's no use having sand in, because it doesn't mean anything, it doesn't do anything. So time is, it's as if he's saying I'm in a timeless place now. Before, time was important, and yes, whatever happened in time. But I'm in a timeless dimension now. Time is only on the earth, Mum, and that's all I want you to know. Let's just see what else he wants you to know, see if there's anything else he's got to say. We just flip that card. He's just saying there, I'm learning over here, Mum. Time, yes, time maybe, you know, we learn time as a healer, and we learn through time and things like that on the earth, of course. But of course time is an earthly thing. But nevertheless, I'm learning over here. And I wonder what you're learning now. What are you learning now, Josh? Can you give us a clue into that? We'll just pull the next card. That may just give us an idea what he's learning, or why, or what, when, or whatever. And he's just saying, I am standing right next to you, Mum. I'm learning over here. I'm standing right next to you. Maybe so I can pass on the message through Josh, through Mitch, who's become your guide. I can pass the message through him to you, or something maybe like that. That's just me theorising, of course, just here, as you would say. It's just sort of theorising, maybe he'll pass the message on himself. He's standing right next to you. So, because he might not have become one of your guides, it doesn't mean he can't pass that message on. But he's just saying that, of course, time is, I'm in a timeless zone. Time is of the earth. It's not important to me anymore in that sense. I suppose we've got the memories of what happened in time when I was there with you, but I can move from the past, the present, and the future. I can be anywhere I want, really, and that's the main thing, isn't it? In the sense that I'm learning over here, because of course now I'm in a timeless dimension, as you would say. I can pick everything up all at once. I suppose a bit of an onslaught there, isn't it, Josh? So with that, I'm standing right next to you though, Mum. That's all I want you know. I feel like one more card coming out for both of them. I don't know why. For both Mitch and Josh, as if this is like a collective thing they both want to tell you. I don't know why I'm thinking that, but maybe it's just like a roundup or something like that. But they just say, well, it says, I am so much better now. I get a funny feeling as though that's saying we are so much better now. I am so much better now. Yes, Josh, we know that you're saying you're so much better now. But I got a funny feeling as though that means we are so much better now. As well as. But maybe, I don't know. If it was an illness, if it was illness, of course, a hereditary thing or whatever, then we are. But either way, I had, like I say, I heard tragic accident come through in my head. But of course, that's what when you have things going through your head after when you drink too much bloody coffee. That's what it is, isn't it, Josh? That's my problem. And but either way, whatever happens, of course, it happened. And time is on the earth, and it happened in time, which isn't happening now. That's the main thing, isn't it? It isn't happening, as you would say. So everything's okay. We feel much better now. Because of that, I feel one more bloody card coming out now. I don't know why. I just feel another card as if they're pressing somebody's pressing just another card, and that's just saying, don't be afraid, Mum, don't be afraid. I'm standing right next to you, I feel much better now. Don't you be afraid. Don't fear for yourself or fear for us. Don't be afraid of anything. We're doing okay. And that's what I'm sort of getting. I want another card come out, but I want to pull another card out, but I don't feel as though it should. So I've never had that sort of feeling before. Normally I'm nosy and I want to pull it out, and I do. But this time I feel as though we grab Mitchie's cards. In brief, as of course, a Josh correction. Sorry, Mitch, I didn't mean using your name in vain there. Josh is just saying to you there, Mum, he's just saying, there's no time where I am, time is on the earth. I'm learning over here though, nevertheless I'm learning over here, and I just want you to know that I'm standing right next to you. And because I'm so much better now, I'm standing right next to you. I'm so much better now. Maybe I feel better now because I'm standing right next to you. Standing right next to you makes me feel better. And of course, don't be afraid of that though. It depends, I suppose. But yes, laughing and joking apart there, don't be afraid. But I got a feeling as though like one of those, I'm so much better now, was more we're so much better now. I somehow feel as though that was from both of them. One was just interrupting, Mitch was just interrupting Josh there and sort of saying say we instead of that. So with that's just something that's going around in my head. I could be wrong, maybe. I hope I am in some degree in certain things I've said, maybe. But either way, we're all better now, regardless of if I'm right or wrong, as you would say to some degree. So, nevertheless with that, we just pile these cards nice and neatly there. And what we're now going to do there, Mitch and Josh, of course, we'll just rotate Josh's cards, and partly Mitch's as well, who's just popped up. We'll just pop them upside down there, and just on the top of the hour we'll now place the rest of the deck on top of those cards as if to lay them to rest. And just bear in mind that love is the law, love is the bond. Merry did we meet, merry do we part. Mitch and Josh, merry may we meet again. Blessed be to Mitch and Josh and all absent friends.